Good morning and welcome to the show. Today is one of those out and about episodes, so don't be surprised if you hear noise coming in from the background or people speaking and walking by. So, with that out of the way, let's get straight to the question for the day. Should you expect customers or potential customers to pick up whenever you call? This question is important because there are lots of people nagging online, complaining about customers ghosting them. If you've listened to the podcast for any length of time, you will, I'm sure you can figure out what my own opinion is. Now, the reason why you're getting ghosted is because of a couple of other factors that you haven't quite taken control of. So that's a separate episode in itself. But today, I'm just going to look at the expectations that we have, whether the expectations are warranted or not. So, should you expect customers to pick up when you call? Now, the answer, in the typical fashion over here on the show, it depends according to the context. So, maybe we should expect them to call, but to pick up the phone when we call. But that depends on their circumstances. They might be busy, they might not be busy, they might not be expecting you, and so in those circumstances, it's a maybe. It's a yes, however, if you set the expectation and the agenda beforehand concerning the call. So in that case, it would be reasonable to expect them to pick up, and maybe you would have good cause for feeling frustrated because your potential customers or clients are not picking up your calls if you're setting the expectations and the agenda beforehand. Now, on the other hand, the answer is a definite no if you haven't set up the agenda, if you haven't set the expectations, and of course, everybody else's calendar is their priority, not yours. So I wake up today, I have my to do list, I have my calendar, I have the number of people that I'm going to chase down today to try and do business with them. But that is my priority and it's on my calendar. My potential customers, on the other hand, my customers, on the other hand, they have other things on their calendar and their priority. So schools are about to resume in about 2 weeks in Abuja. So they could be doing stuff to chase down their daily bread to get school fees ready. Maybe shopping, school uniforms. What else? If the children are in boarding school, maybe this is the time when they're getting everything ready. New buckets, new uniforms, new provisions, travel arrangements. For people who have children out of state. What else? Personal things. Parents, siblings. It could be any number of things, but bottom line is their calendar is their priority and it is not yours. So it's because of all these circumstances that we shouldn't just immediately conclude that people are ghosting us when we put forward a call and they don't answer. So we call on Monday, no answer. We call on Wednesday, no answer. We call on Friday, no answer. So don't just assume that people are ghosting you from the get. Now, what can we do to improve the situation and to improve the number of pickups that we get? Now, the answer is a little obvious from some of the things we have discussed so far. You have to set the expectations and you have to set the agenda beforehand. And what do you do if there's no answer? It's a combination of voicemail and SMS responses. Now, because I don't want episodes to run for too long now, I'm trying a much more shorter time frame. These are the topics that we're going to look at in tomorrow's recording, if we can keep it to under 5 minutes. So we're going to look at what to do to improve pickups. When you call on Monday, you call on Wednesday, you call on Friday, you want people to pick up more, what do you do? And then most importantly, what to do when there is no answer. Because, like some people have pointed out, it's kind of a harebrained idea and looks kind of desperate. If you call on Monday, no answer. Call on Wednesday, no answer. Call on Friday, no answer. It doesn't give things a good look. So, summary: should you expect customers to pick up when you call? Maybe they might be busy. Yes, if you set the expectation and the agenda beforehand, and no, if you didn't do any expectation setting. And of course, you have to recognize that regardless of the circumstances, potential customers' calendar is their priority, and they are not quite concerned with what our own priority is. So tomorrow we'll look at how to improve pickup and what to do when they don't answer the phone.